Hello, friends. Hi, it's me, Scott. Is everything working? Microphone, Dropbox, pause, bathroom door closed. I think I did all the things. Why, hello there. It's a beautiful Saturday morning, Portland, Oregon. Had a nice breakfast, and it's time to get to work because I have chosen to try to finish 4 VR projects for a show 1 week from today. And so we have all these projects that we've worked on stream, started on stream, whatevs. And we got to just try to land some of those things in a minimal way. I don't think it needs to be super intense, but we have 4 projects of like various levels of completion, and I want to try to nail those down. So the first thing to do, I feel like, is just some housekeeping and dig up the old projects and all that good stuff. So that's where we're going to start. First, it will just be like a scavenger hunt because I did a little bit of this morning, but I'm not even sure where all these projects are in terms of what Git service they're on. Because I used to always use Git for things, GitHub. Then I started using Bitbucket more because they allowed for private repositories. And then I started using GitLab more. And then GitHub started allowing private repositories, so I started using it again. So there's just stuff all over the place. I think I like GitLab the most. I don't know. It feels, I don't know. But I think that's what I want to do. So I started moving some stuff over. So we want to end up with at least these 4 projects, which I have almost no Unity projects on GitLab, I think. And I'm going to also try to do this without showing anything that I'm not supposed to, because I definitely have like client jobs on these services too. But the cool thing about GitLab, and Bitbucket does this to some degree, is you can kind of scope things, almost like namespaces, which GitHub does not allow. And that's the main thing I don't like about GitHub. After, I don't know how many years, 8 years, 9 years, however long I've been using GitHub, there's just so much noise there that it's a little hard to find my stuff. And yeah, you can just search for it, whatever, but I like it. I like to be able to organize it in the way that I want to. So give me a few moments of typing to get logged in and try to make sure that we're just looking at the place we want to look at. Okay, yes, some of these things are secrets, or at least the projects within them are. But starting here, we should be okay. Okay, so that was the wrong button. I just want to go through and get the stuff in here that we want to work on. We have so many other things that are other places. I don't even know. Some of it's probably not even on Git yet. Some of it's probably just crammed into like sitting on Dropbox, which is a very bad place for projects. There's a weird thing with my project organization strategy that I just don't have a great answer for, and it's this thing. Like, generally when I'm working on a thing, actively working on a thing, I like to have it in Dropbox so it'll sync everywhere. Then I also have Backblaze backing it up all the time. And I also, of course, want to put things on Git. But Unity projects inside of Dropbox kind of suck. And both because there's just a million different little files that are getting updated all the time and then having to be synced all the time, but also just because it seems like I've had problems with that, with like Dropbox trying to do things in the middle of something while Unity's trying to compile, whatever. So what I tend to do in that case is store something like this somewhere else and then maybe symlink it over. Well, let's find out. Let's decide where this is actually going to go. So I've been sticking stuff here, which is kind of a new thing. I'm trying to have a separate place where all Git files go, just so it's easy to say like this is stuff that's tracked on Git. But I don't know, it's not maybe as organized as I would like. But I think that's what we're going to do for now with these fellows. Probably. It's probably not very interesting for me to talk about my file organization strategies, but maybe one day I will talk about my file organization strategies. I think we want to do this. And yeah. So in fact, there's probably more nonsense we need to do because I don't even think I'm set up on this machine in source tree to look at GitLab. But this won't be too bad because... Okay, so hello. I don't think this project... That's the sun. That's our sunshine friend. I don't think... Whatever. I've even set that up as a Git repository yet, which is bad. It's a bad habit. Oh, really? So I've not really found a terminal setup on Windows that I'm very pleased with. But this is always, oh man, Windows, you're so dumb. Why don't you change the drive? How do you do it? That only changes my path on the other drive. How do I actually say, hey, go to that? Why can't I remember that? It's a dumb Windows thing. Like, it's only changing the directory on the other drive, but not actually taking me there. Blanking on what the trick is here. Oh, you just had to do E:. I thought I did that. I guess I didn't. Okay. No Git repository. That's fine. So let's do a couple things first. First, we need... We'll steal the git ignore from GitHub. Feels like a rude thing to do since we're not even going to use GitHub, but here we are. Oh no. C# extension, of course. So that was for Strata, and I already did this for there. Oops. Have we looked at hello recently? In recent history? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Wherever I just put that. So yeah, we need to git ignore because there's so much noise in a Unity project that we don't actually want to stick in the repository. Okay. Terrific. Now we want to make, yeah, we just got chores to do. There's just stuff to do. So we want to do a new project inside. We'll just store everything inside here for now. Called hello. It'll be private. This is all good. All good. So the thing that's going to be a little problematic. There's one thing. The one thing I don't like about GitLab is that it doesn't quite have the convenience in terms of integrations with other services in particular, or other apps. The same way that GitHub and Bitbucket do, which is kind of nice. Why do you even have this? Personal access to it. So, like when we add here, you can't just do an OAuth-y thing. Like Bitbucket supports OAuth, GitHub supports OAuth, GitLab, we have to do this personal access token thing. And maybe they've tidied that up some. I prefer SSH, thanks. Yeah, okay. So we gotta just do this thing, and I gotta generate a token, and I should probably switch over here so I don't accidentally show it. Because you know how I love to accidentally show things on stream. Yeah, it would be nice. I mean, otherwise it seems to integrate stuff like source tree seems to integrate well with GitLab. It's just the authentication part. Which, you know what? The OAuth authentication for Bitbucket and GitHub seems to break all the time anyway, so... Okay, active personal access tokens. I have a private token from 2017. I don't know why I made that. Maybe I should revoke it. And then I have one I made earlier this month for a worky kind of project. So... Can I unfortunately, I think after I make it, I can't look at it ever again. Is that how it works? E-token, incoming email tokens? I don't know. Maybe I only get to see it once ever, which is fine. I just should have named this stuff better. Okay. So we'll call this startling source tree. I don't really want it to expire. I think I need API access, which gives me everything. Make sure you save it. You won't be able to access it again. Preferred protocol, personal access token, my username. I don't know. Is that correct? Seems to be correct. Okay. We are now authenticated with GitLab. Super duper. Now we leave this page and never look again. I'm tempted to revoke this whole private token. I'm slightly paranoid about Git right now because there's been Git hostage situations lately where people will steal all the files from a Git repository and then say if you don't pay them some Bitcoin within whatever 10 days, they will release all the files, which actually sounds better than just deleting them. I think I'm pretty locked down on all my Git services with two-factor and all that good stuff, but still slightly nervous about it. Okie dokie. So now, what? Let's try this just all from the terminal in Visual Studio. What do we want over here? There's no secrets here, right? I can remember the shortcut for this. I did. Okay, so we need to do what? This is going to be a new repo. Yeah. Add this here, origin. I hope I'm all set up with SSH on this machine. I'm probably not. Git add everything. Cool. Great. Line feeds. Line feeds are a real problem with Git. Wow. So probably, see, these meta files are from Audio Helm. Probably, my guess would be they were created on a Mac, so they only have LF instead of CRLF. Or the other way around. I can't remember. Anyway, Git is going to just replace them all. I feel like I've had problems with this in the past, but especially when I'm jumping back and forth between Mac and Windows, which I will be doing on these projects. Man, a lot of files in there. No, because we have so much stuff in here. Did the stream just dip? My internet connection at home has seemed poor. Had a poor connection at home lately. And I am blaming the roofers because everything is their fault. This is really taking its sweet time. I feel like the print line is making it go slower. Mm-hmm. One of the problems with this is you can end up with weird diffs. Like the line endings will seem to have changed, but not really changed. But most of this stuff is like stuff inside plugins, so I'm not too worried about it. Speaking of plugins, it's the Made Madness sale at the Unity Asset Store, and I didn't buy anything yet. Which is kind of a bummer because I already bought all these assets that are expensive. And now they're like, in some cases, half price. Finally case half price. That's a good deal. That's a bargain. What else is good? I don't have Odin. I don't know if I need Odin. Meshbaker's cool. I think I might own a Meshbaker already. Maybe. Finally, K half price. That's a bargain. Kind of tempted to get Bolt or Playmaker, but I don't know. I did a Playmaker project a few years ago, and it was interesting, but probably not enough for me to like change my life around it. And I also feel like I believe in the next few years Unity's going to have their own visual scripting solution. That is my prediction. Yeah, I don't think I need any of this stuff. Behavior trees for everyone, that's kind of cool. Puppet Master could be useful, actually, for a project I'm working on. It's from that Finally Kai people. It's their ragdoll kind of solution. But I don't know, maybe we'll get it at the office I'm working in now. It's kind of cool. I don't know. I don't think we need anything at the moment. Okay, what are we even doing? Git push is probably not going to work is my prediction. So we have the origin. What did I just did the add. So we're gonna have some, probably some SSH problems in a moment, which will be easily fixed. I think, I don't know. The thing that's weird, you know, when you're on Windows, you can be like in this world where you're in the, I don't even know how you pronounce this. Ming W64, that like fake Unixy world, or you can be in Command, or you can be in PowerShell, or you can be in now the Windows subsystem for Linux. And I think I got my SSH settings consistent across those things, but it's almost certainly not going to work right now because I don't think I have those keys added. Oh, right. I got to do. Yeah, that's fine. This was expected. Okay. I need just a moment to figure out what keys are on this machine. Where would I put that? The place that you would think that I would have put it. Maybe I hid it from myself. I did. Sneaky. Okay. So, we've got all these keys. I could make a new one for GitLab. I kind of don't want to. I mean, it doesn't really hurt anything, but kind of nice to be consistent. Okay, somewhere one of these buttons will be about SSH keys, probably. Yes, SSH keys. And I probably have too many. Well, this one is me at Starling. That's this here computer created 10 months ago. I probably blew it away while I was messing with other stuff. Let's just ditch that one. Let's also ditch this one. Let's try this one. Let's give Life Is Yours a heart attack because he's traumatized by SSH keys. Okay. Maybe that worked. Problem is this knowing which key to use. So a couple options on that. One is to just set it up in source tree and then not push from the command line for now. because I don't care that much. I'll probably generally be using Source Tree for this. Oh, but that one's dumb fake putty key files. Where do I even keep those? Man, I don't know. This is a hassle. I wish this wasn't so annoying. I don't understand why I need different keys between... Like, why putty needs something special. I don't really understand that. Like, I feel like I've done this before and it's been mad about something dumb. Okay, let's try... to do another thing. I don't really need all these open, right? Where is anything? Also moved Strata around, I think. Oh no, this is not very exciting, but we gotta do the, I don't mean to do that at all. Hello. Gotta do the housekeeping. So, yeah, we launch putty. There is a key added. That is Scott at Starling. Where is that key? Where is that key? I don't know. I don't know. Like, where are my dumb fake putty keys? That's the actual question here. Ah. I found them. Okay. Do I really need... I want to like use normal SSH keys in putty. I don't want to have to use the dumb putty ones. Why do I have to convert it to a putty key? It seems not cool. It seems like it just causes problems. I would prefer to not have to do that. Is it possible to not have to do that? So if I just go pick a key, don't be dumb putty key, pick this. Couldn't load this key. Open SSH, SSH2 private key new format. I mean, if I could go the other way, that would probably be okay. Also, I wish putty would just use my normal keys. Couldn't load this key. Why? Okay, well, I know what to do for now. It's just annoying. I don't want separate putty, like... I don't really want to use special putty keys. So putty just can't deal with open SSH. Putty gen. So you could convert one. I don't want to though, man. I don't wanna. So yeah, so presumably I could go in here and do this and do this key generator, and then load an existing private key file and use my real private key. I'm gonna be careful on showing this stuff on stream. I'm almost definitely gonna accidentally do it. Okay, like load a real file. Oh, conversions, import key, and then I do this. Cannot load. It just doesn't. People are saying you can do the conversions thing, but you can do an you can do an export OpenSSH key from PuTTY, so you could go the other way, but that's lame. What is the least annoying way to do this? I want PuTTY to adhere to what I want. I don't want to have to change everything. It's kind of lame, right? I thought I had done this before, though. I had imported an existing key that I liked. Why did that work? Well, however I generated this key previously. Okay, well, the short-term solution is an annoying solution, but let me just do that. Wrong button. And that solution is the following. It's to do this. I just have so many. I need to simplify. It's the private key format that's the problem, I feel like. But if I want to use it in both places, I feel like I'm not seeing the thing I want to know how to do, which is use the same key but I don't want to get caught up in this too much, more than I already have, so let's just do the thing. I feel like I'm missing something. It seems like it should not be this stupid. Seems like there should be a way to do this that is not really dumb. What's your problem? I'm happy with you, buddy. Yep, sad keys all day. There's got to be a better way to like maintain this. This just feels not correct. But in the interest of just getting things going, like I just want Am I crazy? I just want one key pair that I can use both in SSH, like just regular old command line SSH land, and use in PuTTY. It seems not unreasonable that I should be able to do both of those things. Okay, this appears to be working out. So we are pushing hello. I already pushed Strata, but I haven't pulled. I need to change my origin of Strata that I have on this machine. Because I think in 2018 get Strata, this origin is going to be incorrect. But probably easiest to just change that in source tree. And then, because I got rid of the GitHub one. So this will be my new URL. I already had to do something annoying to get regular SSH keys to work in Windows subsystem for Linux, but that is working seemingly. The like I mean, one route is to just generate all the keys in PuTTY and then export from there, but I don't want to do that. One day I just need to delete all my SSH keys, start from scratch. Changing the format of an SSH key. Just have a purge, start from scratch. And try to make sure that I don't delete any keys that are actually important. Like probably my Doku key is actually important. This is taking a long time to push. I don't know if it's because my internet connection is unhappy. It is surprisingly not killing the stream though, which is a little weird. Okay, well, in the meantime, let's look on Bitbucket, because that's where another one of these projects is. Actually, what do we want to call that one thing? I've been calling it audio stream, but I don't really like that. So we did the one last year where you can stick your hands inside the beams of light. I guess for now we just call it audio stream. I want a better name. So let's do a new project. We will need 2 new projects. Room with a view is one of those projects. And audio stream is one of those projects. Are you really? Is this really happening? Seems really slow. I guess there's a lot of files, but seems extra slow. Okay, we need to find room with a view. Which lives somewhere. Why didn't you? Copy my one-time password, 1Password. Okay. So much stuff here. There's room with a view though. Somehow I have 2 repositories called room with a view. That's not good. Why would that be true? Oh, because I... I think this one's the real deal. 2017, 16, 28, yeah. I know I'm not showing the desktop, I'll show it in just a minute. Alright, last commit of this version. So the branch that sucked. It's like maybe I tried to revisit this. This unfortunately might take a little more work. Maybe that was just me trying to add VRTK support though. So I have 2 copies of this repository for weird reasons. And one of those has a branch where it looks like I did additional work. However, (2017 07 20). So that's July 20th versus... Oops. Into August. So yeah, that's got to be the real one. Okay, so I found it. I found something here. Is anything else here a secret? I think this other one can be destroyed. Oh, I'm gonna wait to destroy it. Okay, anyway. And then the audio dude is the other one. Audio stream, or whatever it's called. I don't know why this is taking forever. I truly feel like I'm having internet problems. Maybe I just need to restart my router, but I think it's worse than that. I fear it's worse than that. So that thing is where... So Strata is going to be a thing we care about for a minute. That's not what I meant to do at all. Get on the list. We want Hello, we want Strata, we want SoundStream, and we will also want Room with a View. Probably we should bump these out of 2018 and 2019, but just for the moment. So this thing is also gonna need a git ignore and turn into a git repository, etc., all that fun stuff. So wait, didn't I already add a git ignore? I thought I just SoundStream. I'm a little confused. Oh yeah, we were still trying to do some chorus stuff in there. And the Twitch control, okay. Is that the right one? Is SoundStream the right one? Or was that something else? I think it was SoundStream. So I don't really remember what we were doing with the Twitch color stuff in that. I also don't know why I'm not seeing my get ignore over here. Is that weird? That's kind of weird, right? Are you like secretly hidden or something? Does studio code want to hide dot files? No, because I have dot files here. Sound stream. What? Just get ignore. I don't know. Let this go for a million years. We've got Audio Home in on these projects. I think we're just going to continue to use Audio Home for them. Room with the View is its whole other project that was done a couple years ago, but which is mostly good. I think I just want to update some control team stuff and then just get it a little bit more easier to use. A little more easy to use. This is absurd. There's something wrong with my internet connection, right? That's the only explanation here. Like there's just no reason that this should take so long. How could I even know if it's working? She doesn't think there's any files here. Are you really doing something? Because I don't really believe you are. Life is yours. How's it going? You're gonna hate this stream because right now I'm just fighting with SSH stuff. Your enemy, I know. The thing that is annoying is the following. Source tree, like Windows land things, like Windows GUI world things seem to want to use putty for stuff. Like source tree loves putty. I don't love putty because it has its own private key format that is different from like everything else that I would do everywhere else. And so it's kind of obnoxious because I would like to unify that thing. Actually, now that I say that, I wonder if there's some way to like not use that. Like this is the putty SSH agent, which means you have to do everything in putty land, which I don't want to. I don't like it. I don't like putty. But I don't really know what I could do about it. Well, what is this? Enable the Bitbucket LFS media adapter. What does that mean? I mean, I should be using LFS. I wonder what that means. Oh, opens an SSH. So maybe I can do this. And then not have to ever mess with putty ever again. That would be cool. I would like that. I would prefer that, actually. Good to know. Maybe this is the answer to my prayers, is I just don't use putty at all. Well, the public key is the same. The private key, I think, is like in a totally different format. I think. I might be wrong about that. Like the public key, yeah, is a little bit different. It doesn't have the prefix that's like SSH, RSA, or whatever it is. But I think the private key is totally different. But I may be incorrect about that. Like I said, I haven't looked inside of a PPK. Kind of assumed they were binary, but maybe not. Maybe you're right. This is troubling. So even the PuTTY PPK is just plain text? Then why can't it convert it? Because I was trying to use PuTTY to convert over and it was like, can't open this key format. I mean, but does it, it might use like a totally different, whatever, encoding scheme. I mean, as far as how that hash, the key is actually calculated, I kind of feel like it totally does it differently. Like it's a different algorithm. I'm probably not using the right terms. Because I don't think it's as simple as you just like open it up and throw. I understand what you're saying, but I'm talking about the key itself. Like that the key itself is encoded in a different way. You don't think so? I think it is. Because when you do this thing, like I was trying to do import keys of existing keys, and it gets mad at me. Although now is it going to actually work? That would be pretty funny if it worked now. Which one was I trying? I was trying this one. Like it's a different, I don't know if maybe I made that key with a different cipher that, I don't even remember how I generated that particular key. But PuTTY doesn't even understand that key. But I know what you're saying. Like I could look in it and see it. So you're probably right that there is some consistent way I could do it, but it would still be loaded differently. So, and even aside, like PuTTY only wants to look at PPKs. So I just don't want to use PuTTY. I just don't want to use it at all. I went to source tree. Don't use it. This seems like it's not working, right? This seems busted. But now with my newfound knowledge, maybe we reconsider this. So this is not going to work, almost certainly, because I would need to do, okay, let me not look at this. An SSH keygen on this machine. Dang it. You're killing me. No, don't. Oh, man. Okay, beautiful. So now let's add that key. I know I'm not on the wrong camera. I'll switch in that. Let's add that key. Let's delete these other ones. Deleted. Deleted. Go in here, look at that pub key, grab that pub key, add it here. This is gonna be great. It's gonna change my workflow. Okay, so I have now added the public key for the key I just generated. And now we're gonna try a get push. Did I not add the origin here, actually? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Oops. Okay, so now, what are we looking at? This is the sound stream, not audio stream. I named it the wrong thing. What a disaster. Can I rename this? Great. Perfect. Okay. Except the origin is still called audio stream. Oh, that's fine. I feel like I'm going to rename this at some point. Did I do any of this? Did I add the origin? Okay. Okay. Are you going to work? I think it's going to work. Okay, cool. Although one thing I'm realizing, I do want to enable get LFS, right? So I need to do get LFS install. Do I need to do that every time? Once per repository. Oops, get LFS install. I wonder what that does if I've already pushed things that are too big. Okay, is it really gonna work? This will be terrific. Good game changer. Do I need to? Okay, so I need to do that every time because I haven't been doing that on stuff. Oops. Nobody's complained at me. Okay, so now the thing is that I want to, if this works, this is going to be just tremendous. If I can do this and change this to be just my regular SSH key and not that goofy one I made for putty, because F putty. Oh, do I have to say not putty first before it'll let me? Okay. Oh, it's already going to default to the normal one. Automatically start SSH agent. Is this going to work? That would be so good. And then get rid of putty for the rest of my life and never see it ever again because I don't want it. Slow going over here. Okay, so now can I push hello over here? How do I enable get LFS over here? I know how to do that and get LFS. Source tree, enable, get LFS. How do I turn it on in source tree? Will it just know? Do I need to manually edit the config file? Like, what is the... We know about get LFS because in config land, right? What was that command? Get LFS install? Okay. But now I can just do stuff like this. Well, that's happy. I think we already set up this. That says hello is all good. I'm baffled. This is baffling. I'm baffled. Oh no, are you looking at not safe for work stuff next to me? What's that guy looking at? At least you're not showing my private keys in the on the screenshot. About this guy? I don't think so. Who is this man? Strange parts? I don't think so. I don't think I'm familiar with this fellow. Yeah? What is give me the rundown. What's his deal? So did I not do this on Strata? Okay, Strata, we need to edit the origin. That's the thing we need to do. We need to add Strata. Wait, did I already do that? Already did it. So we don't want to be on GitHub anymore. We're done with GitHub. We want GitLab. We want this to be the new buddy. Wait, where's my GitLab? GitLab. This doesn't feel right because I thought I made changes. Maybe I didn't push them on another machine. Okay, so yeah, now you're still get Alphys install. You're all good. Okay. Unbelievable. Oh, that's cool. That sounds interesting. So he's slinking around in China looking for, or in this video, slinking around in China looking for knockoffs.
What does this peaceful Chinese oil painting village have in common with the largest wholesale electronics markets in the world?
Quite a voice. He has quite a voice. Okay. So we have Strata. We have audio stream. We have hello. We have no more putty. We need to get room with a view. Just for sanity at this moment, I'm going to do it like this. Just to keep it separate. Because here's what we're going to need to do. We're going to need to get it from Bitbucket. That's weird. Why didn't that work? Which for some reason my Bitbucket credentials are broken. Is that what's going on here? Cool. SSH is my preferred protocol, by the way. Seems like my OAuth refresh. There it goes. Okay. Oh wait, don't look. There's probably secrets here. I just show any secrets? I guess not. I just showed a bunch of Children's Museum stuff. I showed Children's Museum secrets. Okay. This one's going to be a little confusing because there's going to be two of these. This is the one I actually want, I think. Oh, we'll have to go add that key to Bitbucket as well. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Oh, the headphone jack into an iPhone 6. I think I actually saw that. I think I saw that. I didn't realize that was the same person. Okay, we want to go to where? We want to go to here. Here. No, that's not where we want to go. We want to go to... with a view. What are you working on now, Life is Yours? So this is good. Except clone is going to be broken because we need to go here. Bitbucket, you suck. Look how big this window is, and it's in like mobile mode. I hate the responsive web. Look at this window. It's 960 pixels wide, but it's showing it in like mobile view mode. How big do I have to make this to be a normal website? Oh, just a little bigger? So like at 1,000 pixels or something? I hate it. Okay, what do we need? We need the bucket settings. I should probably not show this because I'm going to end up showing secret. Testing out your widescreen, cool. What games are you using for your tests? Okay, we need to add a key. Public key. Oh, I'm so excited to not need PUD anymore. I'm gonna get rid of all this stuff. Get rid of all of this stuff. Okay, so I should now. Now are we good? Shotgun farmers. That's your favorite. Is it? It's not working well with wideness. Room with a view on this account is the one we want, I believe. So we just clone this, change the remote to GitLab, push it to GitLab, delete it from Bitbucket. I need to do like a full migration at some point of so many years of projects, but I'll leave. And I think if it's going to be public facing stuff that I want other people to look at and use, I'll leave it on GitHub. But any of my private stuff, 75 hertz is not good enough for you? I want to try the new Valve headset is supposed to be 120 hertz. Interested to see that. Is this really happening? Or is this just lying to me again? Let's assume it's really happening. Okay, while this happens, let's start going through these projects and at least bumping them to Unity 2019 and all that fun stuff. I think. Yeah, we'll just run through them. So I think I installed the latest version, which just came out a few days ago. Unity 2019. Oh yeah, look at that. Great. 2019.1.1. Does my video seem like it's freezing like is yours, or is it just me? I think my upload is okay, but my download is slow now for whatever dumb reason. Okay, installs. I don't even want a copy of 2018. I'm done with 2018. Okay, just my download. I can't even watch my own video. That's kind of annoying. filtering content. Okay. So here's the deal. What is the deal? We're gonna have hello. We're gonna have Strata. Let's do Strata first because I feel like I already started that. And then maybe while I'm going through these, I will think about what needs to be done to make them real projects and start like a little bit of a to-do list. That seems sensible. I don't even know anything about Shotgun Farmers. Is that a good game? Like, is it actually good? It kind of looks... I mean, it's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam. That's nice. It just kind of looks like a mobile game. Maybe it's just the style of the characters. It's fun. I kind of like the style. Oh, this is Quasi TV's game? Is that even how you say it? Am I saying the name incorrectly? That's cool. Did they make it on stream? That's awesome. I feel like I dropped by that stream before, but I did not know what was going on. Artwork. I could definitely see that. I mean, like, as I'm sure you found, like, sometimes programming on stream is not the most straightforward thing. Oh no. Okay, now I'm definitely having streaming problems. What is it though? I don't know what the problem is. I don't think it's that computer. I think my connection, I truly think the roofers messed up my internet connection. I know I blame every single thing on the roofers, but this time I feel it feels true. Okay, because my bitrate going up looked like it went into the red, although my stream health looking at Twitch shows excellent. So maybe I don't know, man. Something's weird on my end. At least I can stream up, even if I can't watch my own stream. I feel like my internet connection in general lately has been bad. I thought it was because I installed that Cloudflare VPN, at least on my phone, the 1.1.1 VPN, and it seemed like my phone connectivity was just not so hot, but maybe it was it's actually an internet problem that I didn't notice until trying to stream. I'm definitely going into the red right now though. Is it from doing Git stuff? Okay, so this is the current state of Strata. We already updated this to 2019, I'm pretty sure. We needed to update any packages. All the packages appear to be up to date. So I think I already did that. So here's the idea for this thing. We worked on it last year, but the idea is that you can spray paint on a wall, and we got to make it more VR-ish. And you can draw fun tags. I'm not even like a foo. I'm not a person who thinks in terms of foo bar, but there it is. And then after you spray paint, you can go back and nicely paint over the wall, clean things up a little bit, get rid of the graffiti. And then after you do that, you can paint more, you can stamp tags all over the place. It can almost be a game where you're like the person trying to fight against the graffiti artists. But for the short term, I just want to make it a simple little thing where you can paint on the wall, then paint over that, and then have some way to do this, because this is the whole point. The weird extrusion thing, which I think could look pretty cool in VR. You have to stand back a little bit, but I tried to keep it pretty tight, where it really goes more out. Like out than forward. Doesn't go too far forward. So yeah, what do we need to actually do this? Is like some VR support, community worker simulator. Yeah, I mean, I actually love this. I love the aesthetic of paint over. I mean, I think I ran it on this a lot on some streams last year, but just the aesthetic, the aesthetic that emerges from painting over graffiti, I love. Like this stuff. I love this stuff. I think it looks amazing. Like, I'm so into this weird, like, accidental art form that emerges from just like, yeah, the custodian at the building or whatever is painting over the graffiti, but then you end up with like beautiful things like this that look like mid-century modern art. Who am I thinking of? Oh, oops. The different hues, or like, oh, what artist am I thinking of? Why is the name fully escaping me? Just show me the name of this artist. I can't believe I can't remember it. Rothko. Mark Rothko. So you end up with a bunch of stuff that looks like, yeah, like Mark Rothko paintings that are hanging in the MoMA, but you end up with this stuff just from the community service worker or the custodian or maintenance man or whatever. I love it. So that interplay I'm very interested in, and that's really what inspired this. And then the strata is just a way to sort of break it and see what's underneath all of that. So I'm pretty into it. I think it just needs maybe some like VR control support. Like, it needs work in the realm of VR controls and in paint colors, like paint fidelity, like to make the painting more fun. So we want VR support, third person camera, better paint controls, and branding. And that's all this thing really needs. And then maybe I'll build it out into something fancier later. A WebGL thing, like a multiplayer WebGL one. I could, but I want to do I want it for this art show. I could do some like Unity networked version of it. I was talking to someone yesterday, my friend Sean, who he's the person that I was originally talking about this on. What I would really like to do is some version of this that's a big screen or big projection, and you could just go up with your phone and use your phone as the paint can, which would be hard, but possible. I could think of some ways to do it. Like, to know that you are you at the place you are would not be trivial. But also not impossible. I was thinking of ways you could do it by flashing your flash on your camera. Maybe Connect. I would rather just do, like, I don't know. One, I hate the Connect, and two, I want you pretty close to the screen. I mean, before that, I would probably just make I don't know. I need to know that you are you, though, right? So, like, multiple people can do it and be able to differentiate between them. So, like, flashing some kind of signal with your camera flash would let me figure that out potentially. But being able, I just don't know quite how I'd stage it. It may be the wrong idea for this particular thing, but it would be pretty cool. Now, there could be a little thing where you like stick a little doohickey on, and then the Vive lighthouses could track it, like Vive tracker, because you don't have to, you can get these little trackers that you just stick on things. I wish they weren't so expensive. I'm sure there's ways to make one. Like, the Vive tracker is just too expensive, but if I could, like, do a DIY Vive tracker, I don't understand why this is $100. It does not seem like it should be $100. Laser pens. If I did something like that, I could just look at the back of the screen. I could like project it with a short throw projector, or even rear project it on canvas, and then watch for hot spots on the canvas to see. But the thing that would be cool, I think it'd be cool to use your phone, basically. But with this, I'm into this as it is. Like this, again, this needs to be done in a week, so I can't get out of. I'm gonna try to have 4 projects done in a week, so I cannot get this. I can't get crazy with this. I need to just make it happen. You could do that. Google did something like that. Like they made these little custom spray paint cans. What was it? I can't remember. It's a company in Pittsburgh that did it. Was this thing? They just made little fake spray cans on a big like digital pixel wall. But that's not really what I want to do here. Like this is not about like a graffiti simulator. I'm sure there's already like VR graffiti simulators. It's very much about the interplay between the painting and painting over is what this is actually about. So I'm not too worried about the painting or the fidelity of the painting. And because again, it needs to be done in 1 week, I'm just gonna have, you'll just be in VR in front of the wall, and then that will pair nicely with the other VR stuff that I have. Okay, so this thing is not too far off, I feel like. I wanna make it like, we'll do some environment work. And that's kind of all this needs, I think. It'd be cool to have some sort of, to like revisit this in some like networked connected way, but what I'd really like is to have 2 people doing it. Like, I'm getting an Oculus Quest in a few weeks, and it'd be cool to have several people in an Oculus Quest. There's supposed to be some way, I still don't know how they're going to do this. Like, obviously the Oculus Quest is inside out tracking, so you can see the world, and that's all awesome. And then somebody else could be doing that next to you. But how can the 2 of you 100% know that you're exactly matching? If that makes sense. Like, I don't know how they do that. Presumably that is, or not presumably, they have presented that as a feature of that hardware. I just don't know how that works. That's the thing I'm most interested in with the Quest. Okay, so this is good. He's done. Okay. Yeah, this is so I don't want to do this because I don't want to use Bitbucket. I mean, that's kind of cool, but we're going to get rid of Bitbucket is our goal here. I'm going to get rid of all the Steam VR stuff. We've got some work to do. Room with a View is done and documented. I just want to go in and rip out all the Steam VR stuff and just use base Unity things. But let's do it one step at a time. So in Strata, so we were already updated there, so that's a piece of cake. What was the other one? Did I not add audio stream yet? I guess not. Sound stream. I keep changing the name in my head of what this is called. Okay, Strata, good. Sound stream. My video is totally frozen on my side. Like I can't watch my own feed. I hope it's working. It's pretty weird. Okay. Strata, we didn't end up with Stray. No, okay, so sound stream. Let's do that one. We're gonna update to 2019 111. Yeah. Soundstream is like the simplest and most abstract. I think it just needs to look and sound prettier. Like in general, the current idea that we have, I think is kind of neat. I think we need to open up the staging of it a little more, like where you can kind of walk around and move a little bit, maybe, and make it look good, basically. I feel like most of that one, the base functionality is there and it's a simple interaction. We just want it to look nicer, I think. Which I can imagine that it's kind of like a bloomy, glowy, yeah. I have in my mind what I think it should look like. I don't know if we'll quite get to the thing that I think it should look like, because I want it sort of misty and we won't have volumetric light. So another goal for these things, these three in particular, I would like these three things to run on an Oculus Quest. Room with a View is pretty heavy because it, maybe we could. It's just pretty heavy. Maybe if we baked all the light. The problem is the Unity terrain. Maybe that's better. That's the one that I'm like not very confident in. Okay, so this is going to be angry because there's some problem. Yeah, this sucks. There's a problem. Let's see if we can force it to work. In some cases, I've had updating Unity 2019 that a package gets corrupted and then you can't even view the package manager GUI to fix it, which is cool. I should get a widescreen? I don't know. I don't know that I would love it. I like standard formats. Like, I don't know. I kind of like my two 16:9 displays. You like it now? What about streaming? I guess that's fine. Then I could just put something. I would still stream at 1080 or 720p or 1080p. I also like having two monitors. You have like 19 monitors now, right? What does your actual setup look like right now? That's on Discord, right? Let's see. Okay. Scroll past all the weird pictures of women on Twitch. Yep. Great. Strange clips here. You got a weird... This thing? You got this Samsung? The 34-inch Samsung? Is that the one you got? Wait, where is the picture of your setup? Is it in your channel or somewhere else? I mean, I see your pictures of the... I thought you took a picture of your desk, like a photo. I see the ones where you like show your layout and show screenshots, but as far as an actual photo of your desk... Oh, there's that cool guy. Main chat. There's so much to scroll through. There's Draclin with extra keyboards. He's losing his mind. A request. This masterpiece looks pretty good. It does look pretty good. That's a lot of displays. I don't know, man. What's the pixel density? How many pixels are we talking here? Is it like 1440 tall? I forgot what it was. So it's 1440. So it's almost like a... What are those other monitors? 24 inches? $2560 by 1440. Well, that wouldn't be very widescreen, right? Isn't that just normal? What are your other monitors? Because like a normal, whatever it is, WXGA, is that right? No, Q8, I can't remember. Like a 1440p monitor Yeah, so this is kind of like a 27-inch 1440p monitor, but wide, right? Which I want. I want some 27-inch 27-inch 1440p monitors. Wait, that's QHD? That's like WQHD, right? Because QHD is 2560 by 1440. So you have like WQHD, right? Or is it called something even different? Anyway, I would like some new displays. What I want, I just like Dell Ultra Sharps. They're my favorite monitors, but they are costly. And I would like the new, I misspelled that horribly. Not Dell Middle East. But it does or doesn't do Visa? I forgot what you said. Well, yeah, I mean, it's 1440, but it's just a wider display, so it's not 16:9, so it's going to have more pixels than 2560. If it was a 27-inch monitor, it would be the same height, and it'd be 2560, 1440. So, I mean, there's these insane 34-inch... I don't know, man. I kind of just want this... like these 27-inch USB-C ones, 2 of these. There's 4K ones too, but I don't really care. I feel like 1440p is sufficient. But they're costly. These are costly things. That's not even the right monitor. Why are you showing me the wrong monitor? $500. Last year's 4K 27-inch is $400. Just wait. Someday there'll be an amazing deal. Is this one only expensive? This one must be expensive because of the USB-C, because otherwise they're $443. I don't know. For the future, you future-proofing your workflow. Did this work? It did. I'm glad that worked. Okay, so do we need to do anything here? Another thing I would like to do, I think, is update. I don't know, man. I kind of want to switch all these to use lightweight rendering pipeline, because in my mind that will make them more performant on the Quest. But I don't know if that's true. Actually, I have a question about that. If I do, if I do Unity Hub and do a new monitor, or I mean, new project template, yeah, lightweight VR, the VR lightweight render pipeline is for some reason still in preview, which I don't really understand. And I don't know if that's going to come out of preview. I bet it does in 2019.2, but probably not in 2019.1 land. Oh, to your dorm? Do you gonna live in a dorm? Are you gonna have to share a room with somebody? What's wrong with you? Is Text Mesh Pro not updated? So Text Mesh Pro is just broken. I feel like this whole package cache, I just don't want it anymore. It's cramping my style. Hopefully. Probably shouldn't delete this while Unity's running, but hey. Okay, I'll close it. Fine. Fine. That sounds nice. Okay, try this again. A hallway kitchen. The house I grew up in, where my mom still lives, the kitchen was basically a hallway. Is basically a hallway. This is not a very robust kitchen, but hey, we survived. What? Why? Oh, I know why. We got to switch to .NET 4, which is pretty weird. So TextMesh Pro relies on this now? Maybe, seemingly. Okay, so .NET 4, we'll fix all this other stuff. When it's time to publish, that can be on for now. Okay, we get rid of all the chorus stuff. I don't remember what we were doing with that. I think I had something set up so chat could control some aspect of this. Where? Oh, probably I have to actually put my head in this machine. It's not working, and I feel like I had this problem last time and then I fixed it and I can't remember what it was. I did say that XR was enabled, right? Oh, we did. I feel like I had to like remove this and re-add it, right? So we had to... One thing, so we have Oculus Desktop. How we fixed this last time? Dash support is fine. Enable depth buffer submission allow for overlay. I'm not using any overlays. Well, I mean, unless when you go into dash support, that's an overlay. Okay, this is all fine, right? Yeah. Oh, is it like where? What is it? I can hear things. I just can't see anything. Hands? My hands. Is everything broken? Like we're just not rendering to those cameras. So this is the camera we want. Post-processing breaking or something. Oh, did I turn that off? Well, but look, that camera preview is there. Target eye is both. Target display is display 1. That's what should be going to the left eye. Like, this is what should be going out. This camera's not running. That's just going to main display. I'm gonna change this color so I can at least see it. Like, yeah, I'm just not getting anything here. Because I should be at least seeing that horizon. I'm in utter blackness. Post-processing broken? I mean, it's also, we just updated, so it certainly could be that, like, some piece of the puzzle is not actually working at the moment. Let's try without post-processing. We don't even want this camera. This was just like our third-party viewer camera. Avatar is dude. I see it tracking. I see stuff when I look in main camera. Like that should be what, I mean, whatever the camera settings are. I mean, even without rendering anything, I'm not seeing anything. Why would that be? I feel like I ran into this problem. I thought when I ran into this problem though that the solution was to just remove. I'll turn this off for now. I just was talking to someone and I feel like the problem was this, was like, maybe you have to remove it and then run it. And then add it again. Totally. I think it's a bug or just some problem with the upgrade. Feels like it's just an Oculus problem. Gonna record something? Have fun. What are you recording? I'm gonna do the like reset all Oculus settings thing. Wherever that is. I'm getting a warning from my Rift. Poor tracking quality. Oh well, the camera's really not positioned well. Okay, where's the thing that's like restart all of everything? Restart Oculus. Reboot all my Oculus software. Let's try that thing. Oh really? Cool. Doing VO work? I want you to do VO work for me. I'll pay you in one energy drink. I hear it. Okay, let's try this. Let's make a new scene and hit play where there's nothing going on and I see it. So it is something in that scene, which my guess is post-processing. Like what else could be wrong in this scene? This is the camera through which we are looking. It is the main camera. Like, let's just reset all stuff. Turn off post-processing here. Turn off post-processing here. Is that what it was? Yes. Post-processing's broken. Which maybe makes sense. Maybe it's incompatible in some way. So where's my post-processing? Layers post-processing. That's the right camera. Etc. 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 Post-processing here. What's weird is I would kind of expect that turning this off would do the thing. Like, if I just go to camera and turn this off, it's good. It just stops tracking. That seems very broken. Post-processing layer. Something wrong with my beauty profile. Nothing is turned on. We're on the post-processing layer. Like, I wouldn't expect this to make the camera black. I would expect it to just... like, even disabled, the camera's black. So... there's something wrong with, like, my rendering path. Oh, directly to camera target. I don't even know what that means. Breaks with legacy image effects that use on-render image. Well, it seemingly breaks VR. Let's reset this. That's the default. Oops. So, is my post-processing package out of date? I'm on the latest version. This is verified for this. 19.1. What preview package am I using? Preview packages in use. What, though? That's not preview. What preview packages are you talking about? I feel like my package land is still messed up. Could be wrong. Something just feels wonky. I want post-processing. I don't understand why it's saying there's pardon me, please. My stream is frozen, so I feel like I'm just frozen, but I'm still there. Still there. Okay. What now? If your machine has multiple graphics adapters, Unity may have created a window context on the wrong adapter. If you experience a black screen when playing, restart the editor. Cool. Why is everything broken? just nothing. Just post-processing's just busted. Okay, let's try a couple things. Let's just remove post-processing for now, because it's cramping my style. Let's clear with the skybox for now. Let's just like totally reset this. Get at least where we have a functioning camera. Okay. We have a functioning. Okay, cool. And now let's try to create post-processing stuff. Save this. So I feel like they don't, like this stuff is not quite fully baked, kind of feels like to me. Like, it'd be nice if you could just do, it just feels like too many steps. Because you have to, we need a post-processing layer, which the camera is going to deal with. Separately, we need a post-processing volume. What? I didn't know that was a thing. Clipboard history. I don't like that. Makes me nervous. Post-processing volume, which is going to be global. This is going to live on post-processing. We want, let's just make a new profile with nothing on it and try this. And hopefully the screen doesn't turn black. Screen turned black. Cool. HTRP stuff. Why does it say there's preview packages in use? I don't understand what preview package I have. I know I asked that a minute ago, but I'm asking it again. Can I get rid of post-processing? Okay, back to default land. Now, let's add Oculus. Can I move the install button? Let's add post-processing. Maybe? Is the stream even still working? I assume it is. I hope so. Okay. We seemingly got rid of our preview packages in use message, but the screen still turns black. And it really seems to be that directly to camera target thing. seems like a problem. So this is an issue on the stack. So from 14 days ago, 8 days ago, 6 days ago. Cool. Well, at least it's not just me. I guess the solution for now is to just not do this. Seems like a bug in the post-processing stack. Or in Unity 2018, or one or the other, or whatever. Okay. Well, whatever. So, work to do on this thing includes what? Environment. Pass on light rays. I'm going to manipulate this down. So right now you can like break the stream of light and it will make sounds. We want to like be able to manipulate the sound while we do that. And that's probably, and then some branding, like a name and branding. Right? Did I not just save that in the right place? No, here we are. Okay. So well, I'm gonna tidy that up slightly. We don't really need to delete this because it was fine. It was just that one setting. So let's discard this change. Keep to do. Let's ditch this. The effects manager asset. So there's going to be probably a slight problem with our profile path that we'll fix easily. Well, that doesn't seem too crazy. Pardon my phone use. Trying to coordinate some plans. Okay, so Strata. Cool. Hello is next. I think it's really going to be called Hello Sunshine. I think. Hello Sunshine. We moved this. Yeah, so do a quick version bump. We might have the same post-processing problems. I'm not sure we actually were really using post-processing on Hello. But I tried this a day or two ago and it seemed like it was still mostly good. Oh, excuse me. Oh, we need like a name and branding, more sound variety, some kind of like a meteor, or like the comet spawn effect. like when you're creating the comment. And then maybe some more like environment work, planets. But I don't know. I don't know that these things, like, the problem with all of these projects were things that were like, oh, I did a thing on stream and it was reasonably interesting, and then it was sort of like, well, what's next? And I couldn't really envision on really any three of these, like, what's the big idea? How can I make this a big thing? And then I ended up just moving on from them. And I guess my solution is going to be like, well, we'll just make them some small things and that'll be fine. Like, I'll just have small things and we'll have sort of a little VR jukebox that people can come up and play with for a few minutes at the show. And that will be totally good, I think. I hope. Importing. Of course there's a Star Wars title sale. Of course there is. I want a cool monitor now. I'm jealous of Life is Yours. Yours is? Life is Yours is? I'm jealous of the monitor that Life is Yours has. But I kind of want to wait. I'm just waiting on this thing. We're just waiting on this to happen. Netgear 8 port, gigabit Ethernet, unmanaged switch. I kind of need a switch. I don't really need a managed switch. $16. I feel like I just need some cute little 5-port thing. So like $20 for this thing ish. Oh, good. This looks great. We already did lightweight render pipeline this, right? And that's probably what all the problems are. Okay, so a few things. Probably we need to update these targets. Maybe not. Maybe we already did it. We already mostly did. Let's just do this for kicks. So this just looks like a broken lightweight render pipeline to me. Let's just try to re-import. Can we just refresh without having to restart? I'm going to re-import. I'm predicting that our, yeah, no package manager. The update to 2019.1.1, problematic. I mean, maybe this would have happened in 2019.1, but I don't remember. Just doing 2019.1 stuff, I don't remember running into issues where I couldn't update it all. But let's just re-import it all. This will be great. Oh. Figure out what my layout is going to be at the venue, like at the whatever little cubby gallery area that I have. I can figure out, maybe I can plan some of these to account for that size. You could try to kind of cool to try a long skinny thing like the wall is for Strata. These other ones you don't need to move much. I don't think. I mean, you could. We could make it where you really, an audio stream, you walk around a lot. Waiting for imports. I know this is fun to watch me wait for. What is all this stuff? Oh, it's all the Final IK stuff. I don't like this. That is a thing that I feel like is just bad manners from Unity asset developers to like throw gigs of demo stuff inside the main asset package. I think it's just not cool. I think instead they should offer secondary Unity packages that you can optionally install. But the idea that you like, oh, cool, I need to use this asset, let me install it. And then suddenly you have to also have all these dependencies. It's just not cool. Okay. What's your problem? Maybe we should, okay, so at least have this now. So let's just do the thing again where we like reset this and then install. I don't know if we need post-processing. Maybe we just need the lightweight render pipeline. And Oculus desktop. Yeah, but you have so much asset crap. Like, well, don't put that in the main package. I feel like it's not cool. It should be a separate thing that you download. I mean, Final IK is cool. It's a great package. The author of it seems very responsive and good, like at supporting and advancing the package, but I don't need hundreds of megs of additional nonsense. It's great to have examples, but just don't put them in the main thing. Okay, and then I guess we need this. I don't know if we really do, but let's just install it for kicks. Yeah, I don't think we're using post-processing really at the moment. It's not even on. Oh, this was my whole thing. Well, I don't even know what script that was. This was the thing that I was doing to enqueue the outline. I wonder if that syntax has changed. That would kind of suck. That would be a bummer if like the way to, I mean, looks like there's lots of errors in that. That was my whole way that I was drawing the outline, and if that just suddenly doesn't work anymore, that'd be pretty lame. Where is the light? Wait, did I not just install the lightweight render pipeline? I see it. Oh, it's right here. Okay, let's try it. One more re-import. So this whole enqueue thing was the way to say, like, to add our own pass. I don't like can't exactly remember what we did here. We set up some stencil buffers so that we could like cut holes in them to be able to draw the outline. And I feel like that was working, but maybe they changed the syntax here, or maybe all this stuff is just missing because, oh, maybe it's just not an experimental anymore. That would be awesome if this was just a real thing now. Like maybe just some namespace stuff changed. Where do you live? This still says experimental. Experimental rendering seems valid. Scriptable render pass in this namespace. Unity Engine experimental rendering lightweight pipeline. Just not cool. Maybe it's because the package just wasn't there. I'm hoping that this import will magically fix everything. That's my hope. Uh-oh. What happened? This actually seems like bad. Is this just stupid Backblaze being a jerk? I hope. Let me pause it on this machine too, maybe. We're good? Does that help? Things okay now? My kingdom for just a simple Backblaze feature that lets you pause for a certain number of hours. It's so annoying. Okay, hopefully the stream is streaming again. Apologies for that. Is heat working? Yeah, heat's working. Okay, so what are we even doing? We are trying to... what's going on over here? Still looks super broken. We can at least see the package in here. Okay, just what we want as millionaires. So, the lightweight pipeline class doesn't exist here. Cool. Is that true? Did the namespace change? Like, is it not an experimental anymore? What is actually... Unity, okay, Unity Engine.rendering.lwrp. Now what? Are we happy? That would be great. That's all it was. That would be so cool. Okay, still broken. Awesome. Typer namespace I after opaque pass. So that's an interface. Are you able to see any of this stuff? Can I search even inside of there in packages? Render opaque forward pass. I saw another interface. Where is this interface? So it certainly could be that that syntax changed. This is what happens. This is not, can't really be mad about this because this is just APIs change in experimental things. Okay. This seems out of date though. This seems out of date if this is still talking about being in here. Like, is this whole idea gone now? This whole... Is that just not how this works? It just sucks because this seems like... Like, is this the right thing? Like, how can I know? I gotta find like the right documentation for the version that I have. Can I get to it from here? This is kind of a bummer because it was annoying to get this to work in the first place. Oops. Why don't I have this version? That looks like a bigger, better number. Because this one... Doesn't that seem like a bigger, better number? Okay. But here should be the documentation for this thing. Added callbacks, so that's old stuff. Like the after opaque pass, all that stuff. Did we remove these things? So that stuff was in 3.3.0. So how do you do a pass now? Like how does that work? This is kind of lame because I didn't want to get into this stuff today. Maybe we won't. It was just a pain in the butt to get this going. So now inside here, previously, Unity engine rendering lightweight render pipeline. So whatever we care about is probably in here. So render pass event, is this a whole new thing? Ah, controls when the render pass executes. So is this the new style? Scriptable render pass now has a render pass event. This controls where in the pipeline the render pass is added. I'm sure there's not some fun example. Removed. A raid? You're just in time to watch me read a bunch of documentation. Hello everyone. Always Quads, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Man, you're just in time for me to read boring documentation. Here, let me turn on something interesting at least. The new version of Heat. So for those of you that have never stopped by here, I recently created a Twitch extension called Heat. Let's make it work. Let's turn on the baby. Awesome. Have a great time with your wife. I appreciate it. Any number of people is awesome. And any of those people, if any of you would like to click my stream, you can feed this baby. So Heat lets you click on my stream and do stuff while I'm reading boring documentation. Always Quads. Thank you again. Have a good time watching stuff with your wife. Yeah, feed that baby. Good job. You can feed the ghost baby while I try to figure out what Unity has done. So they stripped out... The way we did this before, they've seemingly just totally removed. And unfortunately, I bet there's no examples for how any of this stuff works. So you can now... Scriptable render pass now has a render pass event. So that's what we want. We want a scriptable render pass. Oh man, just give me one example. Is that so much to ask for? So this was our previous logic, and it was just a way that we could say, like, hey, after you did the deal, render our pass, our outline pass. Which, admittedly at the time, I thought this syntax kind of sucked, and it was hard. But at least it worked. So what was our whole deal? Our whole deal was to register a shader pass name called outline. I feel like all this has totally changed. Ah, that's kind of lame. I fear that there will be no examples of this. Maybe if we go to the maybe they've been kind and have some kind of test. I just need an example on how to use the scriptable render pass. So by the way, the thing we're working on, I should say, hello, I'm Scott. I make all kinds of things. Lately I've been working on some Unity things. I have an opportunity to show some VR stuff in a kind of creative tech show a week from today. And so I'm trying to dust off a bunch of projects that are like semi-done and get them ready to show. And one of them is this goofball sun, like sunshine kind of project, where you have this little sunshine dude facing you and he mirrors whatever your movements are and you can launch these musical meteors. But we went through all this trouble to write a special outline shader, for Unity's new lightweight render pipeline. And, you know, it was an experimental feature, and now it is out of experimentalness. And so everything's broken. Which, you know, that's not the worst thing in the world. Outline and queue. So here's what it seems like to me. It seems like all this stuff is no longer really valid. How did I even get outline material? It comes from the outline pass, because that's what we did in here, and we passed a new... Where did we get outline material, though? Where did I get that? I'm confused. I don't know. I honestly did not fully understand how that works. So it seems like we are probably missing some... So we gotta... Yeah, implement whatever abstract classes are under here. I know. This is not exciting, but we got to do the boring stuff. Okay, well, maybe let's just try this for now with, we'll just take it off the camera and we can at least make sure our friend is working without all this stuff. Maybe our buddy will work. And then we'll figure out how to get the outline working again. So what happens when you build against experimental software? I don't even know what we're doing down here. I have like nothing to bake. What are you doing, Unity? I don't know the answer. Okay, let's see if our friend works. Okay. My Rift is not set up very well, so this probably won't track very well. Okay, so I can be a little friend. That's me. Hello. I never put in any rotation for the wrists, but I would kind of like to. I think I know how to do that with Finalizing now. Gotten a little better at it since. But if you hold both triggers, you can like give birth to a little meteor or a comet, and then you shoot it, and it will play music. Pretty cute. I kind of like it. There's more work to be done, but so I'm trying to decide like how much work to do in a week on this, basically. Which it's not too bad. That's pretty cute, I think. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. So there's lots of polish stuff to do, but I want to get that. I want to get the outline working again, because that was the whole thing. That was like the whole point of this project, was trying to get learn how to use the scriptable render pipeline and do some custom stuff with the new lightweight render pipeline. And now I don't know how to do anything. So what we did previously was like we knew about this stuff. Outline filter settings are what we got here. This shader pass name, that was like the whole deal. I don't know, man. I need an example. I feel like this stuff is so weird. So hopefully just inside this repository there will be some scriptable render pass stuff in here. Okay, cool. Cool. Lightweight. Okay, that's not an example. That is the actual render pass. That's a scriptable renderer. So you can now add scriptable renderer feature to the script renderer to extend it with custom effects. That's kind of cool. Okay, so here's how they draw the skybox. But I don't understand how this knows. So draw the skybox into the given color buffer using the given depth buffer for depth testing. But like, how does it know anything? That's the draw skybox. So here's, I guess, where you're like kind of registering it. That's not very helpful. I don't know what any of this means. Scriptable render feature seems cool. Capture pass. Interesting. Test projects. Camera callback tests. Okay, so this is good. So we can know how to draw after opaque. I feel like for some reason I didn't like being stuck with after opaque, but now I don't remember why. So the actual thing you have to have is execute. So that's a blit pass. So this is all a feature. And the blit pass is the one pass, then it has the execute. Weird. Like man, I honestly can't even quite remember how I did this, but the general idea I feel like was that we had stuff set up so that it was a custom shader that we did that had its own pass. Yeah, that was marked as outline. And the shader's working, it just needs to be re-rendered like as the outline pass. Like we want to render a new pass, essentially, with our own pass name, which was hard to do, and that's why it was sort of convoluted last time. So maybe that's easier now? So in this case, the execute, you get the camera, I just want a simplified version of this. Yeah, this is kind of what we want. So this is saying, like, are these the tags to draw? We kind of want this, but we want to just draw only stuff that is marked as opaque and draw that opaque pass. Did you do it? Are you a professional voice actor now, Life Visitors? So I kind of wonder if I could just copy this and change this to outline and if it would magically work. I don't really think that'll happen, but it would be cool. Because that's all I really wanted out of all of this, was a way to say, like, hey, just render my pass too. I want you to render my pass. But then the question is, like, how do I add that? That's what this enqueue, the whole enqueue thing. Yeah, the enqueuing idea. So how do you enqueue something now? Well, so I got hello working. The problem is all that stuff I did to write that custom outline shader that was a huge pain in the butt doesn't work anymore because they completely changed their API. Or it changed it enough that I don't understand it yet. And so I'm trying to figure that out. Like, the idea of just having the pass seems manageable. I mean, it feels really verbose, but like the thing I'm missing is, like, how do I enqueue a pass now? Because I don't think I can just, like, say, hey, you exist. I think I have to... Like, this was the thing that actually mattered, was this enqueue. Because then it would sit on the camera, and it would do the enqueue thing. And I don't know if there's more interfaces now that I don't know about. That's what I'm just trying to figure out how this stuff works now, because it's seemingly pretty different. From the previous version. And I'm unfortunately not seeing what looks like, oh, just throw in a custom pass. I mean, I guess I could try to do it as some kind of additional lights shadow pass. But these I feel like are all real passes that it knows about. Like, how do you enqueue this? Okay, so that's what this stuff, it has a render pass events, controls where in the pipeline the render pass is added. So previously it worked like this. Was this, yeah, added callbacks that can be attached to a camera. But those seem to be gone. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, they just don't seem to be there anymore. Which is fine. I just need to know how to, like, how can I enqueue my own stuff? Okay, I can now have a thing. Feature can be dropped into and added to one or more scriptable render pass to the render. Fine. Configure lights. I still don't know what this means, but cool. Register shader pass name. Create drawing settings. Okay, shader pass injection. That's what I want. You can now inject a custom render pass before opaque, but what does that mean? Like, cool. Like, none of this stuff shows how to inject an arbitrary pass. Unless I just haven't seen it yet. I mean, it's probably this. Those camera callback tests. This kind of feels like what I want. So custom shader graphs, lightweight callbacks. Is this what I want? This callbacks? Is this like... No. I don't want the scene. So this is a scriptable renderer. Cool. But how do I tell it to exist? Unless that's on like this like render pipeline dude. Where is that thing? Like, where's my render pipeline asset or whatever it's called? It'd be cool if it was in here. It does not look like it's in here. But the camera, I bet that camera callback one does have what we want. So what was the thing that was in here that told us when stuff happened? It was like event something? Render pass events? Yeah, render pass events. Okay. So like clear color pass, for example. Add render passes. So this is a scriptable renderer feature. Kind of confused about that. What that is. You can now add scriptable render feature to the scriptable renderer to extend it with custom effects. But that's an asset. That can be dragged in. Yeah. Add one or more to the render. Okay. Add it. I'm still confused about this. So this is the script render feature. And all these dudes are inside of it, but there's not some other thing. Okay, we need to get this where I can like actually look at it. This is confusing. I have way too much stuff here. So, yeah, everything is in the scriptable renderer feature. Are these sample scenes in the package? I wonder. Remember a minute ago when I was complaining about people putting examples inside packages or in assets? Now I want it. I changed my mind. No, we'd have to download something. Where was that? Test projects. I mean, this kind of seems like what we want. Custom renderer and then a render pass feature asset. So what is the custom renderer? Is that just a thing that knows how to do stuff now? LWRP additional camera data. Okay, right. Just wondered if there was like some thing. Maybe we can look in here. Not in here. In here. So to summarize the thing that I want. We just have to download this because I feel like I'm gonna understand it from here. I want to just add my own pass. Like I want a custom pass. That's a scripted. Uh-oh, am I losing? So our old dude is a scriptable renderer pass. This is a custom scriptable renderer, but I don't think we really want that. Unless this is a way that I can cram in new... Like, unless this is the way you're supposed to add passes, but I just want to... I feel like this should not be so complicated. Maybe it's the callback thing. It seems like it's this one. But I don't think I fully understand what's going on. Maybe like a blog post or something tells me. Like, do I have to have a custom scriptable renderer to do this? Or that's what I'm missing. Is like I would kind of have figured that on my pipeline asset that I could drop in additional features, but I don't know how to do that unless it's in here. That's not where it is. It's in graphics. Okay. Yeah, that's where the asset is set. Like, where do you add the features? That's what I'm confused about. Which I guess the answer to is to grab that repository, right? It'd be cool if it was just made any sense. Like, this is kind of cool. That's what I want. Like, I want to add render passes. Injects one or more scriptable render passes into the renderer. Yeah. Let's do it. Ask the get. You mean post a question? Let's see. Let's go back here. Oops, not to there. I'm not going to do something crazy like ask a question on the internet. That's outrageous. That could take days for someone to respond to. And how would I learn? How would I learn anything if I just asked questions and people gave me the answers? I would like them to have better documentation. For a thing that's supposed to be like out of experimental, it's supposed to be done. The documentation feels, at least to me, a little lacking. Like scriptable renderer feature. Maybe there'll be more info here. I don't feel like the manual talked about that. Not this manual. We need the manual that's just for the package. Yeah. But that's the wrong version. Oh, I'm so lost now. Because we're in this crazy land. Manual for that. I feel like the thing that's missing here is how do I add a pass? It seems like scriptable render feature is the thing. Like, I feel like that's the thing I want. Which is in here. Add render passes. Which is what's going on in... Not in here. In the other place. Yeah, so it's adding all these passes, copy color pass, all these passes, which are creating the pass here. Just where does this thing go? I guess that's what I'm missing. I was like, what even is this? Let's just grab this thing, see what it is. What was it called? Camera callback tests. Shh. Okay. Beautiful. Excuse me. Well, that's silly. Really? What's your problem? Was this not declared in here? Internal class copy color. Can I get away with this? Oh, it was copy, not clear copy color pass. Where does this come from? Is that not a thing I can have? That's annoying, if true. Can I just do this? Can I just like make a... Let's try this. It still seems dumb. It still seems like there should be a way to just say like, hey, I want to add a pass. Is that not what it was called? Oh yeah, I need all the stuff. Of course. Of course. And then implement whatever we need to implement here. Wait. Oh, scriptable renderer feature. Of course, of course. And then you need to implement whatever. So add render pass and create. Cool. So then we would need to create an outline render feature. Awesome. So I have this thing, but I don't know what to do with it. Like, how do I use a... Yeah, I know. Shh. There's nothing like what actually takes that is what I'm confused about. I just don't know how to add that. Like, surely it doesn't just sit in the project. I feel confident it would have to exist in some way, but is this still downloading? I don't really want the whole repo, but Also, where's the scene? Just crammed down here somewhere. This thing. Okay, it worked. Outstanding. Who knows if we'll be able to open this project. This isn't very fun. I didn't really want to spend a ton of time on something like this, but here we are. I want to get that outline to work. Also, I'm working on a big project that knowing more how the scriptable render pipeline works will be a good thing. I just want to render. Yeah, it seemed. I mean, the old way definitely seemed clunky, so I'm not surprised that it has changed. But I just have not wrapped my mind around what is the new style here. Like, what's the proper jam? But maybe these test projects will reveal all. No, not load scene, open project. Hope it works. Where does this go? Where am I supposed to put this? I feel like that just was not explicit in the changelog. Did I miss it? Maybe I just glossed right over something. Like, this is where there's a scriptable renderer feature. In the render, dragged and dropped in the renderer. What renderer? I don't know, man. Gotta import stuff for a while. You know, there's some. Actually, I should double check that. Well, no, this is in 570, and I have 5 whatever, right? Hopefully they're not going to totally change this again for whatever the next version is. Well, oh, the poor baby's just flying around in outer space. Like, was there anything in here that made it clear about how... Oops. Lightweight callbacks. This is the only C# file in here. A custom renderer asset? Pipeline asset? That's what we already have. And then what was the other thing? Forward render. Render features. Okay. So how do we use this? Forward render, custom, use a custom forward render. Okay, I think I get it now. This is kind of weird, but okay. So now in our custom forward render, we can throw in new render features. Okay. So this is the proper way to cram in new stuff. I mean, I probably didn't do any of this correctly. Everything's probably going to break. Okay, at least I semi-understand something now. So we already had this, right? I don't need this again. In our pipelines, let's just put all this stuff in there for the moment. Okay, finally, an epiphany. So that is our lightweight asset. This is our forward renderer. And in our dude, we're going to say we want a custom forward renderer, and we're going to say that it's this guy, and our forward renderer and then outline goes there. Okay, well, is this going to run? Okay, we're like a step closer because we are at least going to have some stuff run now. The thing that's missing is like, how do we know when, like the after opaque and all that kind of stuff? But I think that was in here. Let's just try to do this after opaque thing. Okay, but I feel a little better about this now. So any of the passes that we saw, don't know what they're called. Is that what you're called? No, scriptable render pass, even though everything else is renderer course. Why not? Okay, so for example, their opaque pass, like just a regular old draw some objects, right? We just want to do this. Like this is essentially the pass we want. We just kind of want to do it what are you mad about? What? Whatever. It's just Visual Studio Code being weird, I think. Okay, so the outline render pass. Sure. Okay. I don't know what any of this stuff means. Shader tag ID list. I think we just called it outline. Didn't we make a tag? Yeah, we made a tag called outline. We also have a name of the pass called outline, but I think tag outline is what we want. I don't know what any of this means at the moment, but we'll figure it out later, right? Rendering utilities doesn't know what this is. Lame. Because did we even know what that pass was? Even in our example. I don't know what any of this means. I know the execute is where a thing happens. Feel confident about that part. Why is this not available here? Did this thing ever open? Kind of gonna be surprised if this works. I feel like this whole project, yeah, I feel like this is just gonna be broken. Six, 7, 0. Probably should have like jumped backwards in the repo. Oh, that could be a real problem. That would be a bummer. Is if all that stuff has changed again. Oof. I hope not. Getting this project to work seems like a hassle of its own. I feel like we're actually like not too far away though. If our old so what did this guy do? Like the actual execute here. Because this was our old pass, right? And our old pass seemed mostly okay. Oh, it feels weird to stumble through this, but I just don't know if any of this stuff is valid anymore. Like, any and all of these things could be broken. Like filter render settings, that seems like that doesn't even work anymore. I feel more confident, I think, in trying to get this render pass to work. So maybe one thing we could do is go into this the test we've been looking at, callbacks. I might be barking up the wrong tree also. But this kind of feels like what we want. So it could be that some stuff has changed here. So can we like change this to I'll try that draw. Render opaque. Render opaque forward pass. What is this render objects with error and why don't I have it? So this makes it seem like the scriptable renderer should know about that. Is that going to be like... Nah. Context to draw render. Just what is this thing? Let's just a draw error. We'll just forget it. I don't care. Okay, we have what looks like maybe a not broken scriptable render pass. Now we just have to figure out how to get our feature to work, right? Which hopefully we can just go back to that camera dude and just piece apart all the callback tests. This thing, like looking at this, the paces I feel like we need. So there's actually a clear color pass internal to that. So that seems fine. So let's make this an internal. Okay. What is create supposed to do? So this is just some kind of init thing. I don't think we need that. Unless we have to somehow look up that material. I don't think so. What is your problem, create? Oh, is it? Did I do that in here somewhere? No, I don't know. Anyway, add render pass seems like a thing that's important though. Yeah, this is it. This seems like we want the thing we want. So at least we want this. And then we need to create an outline render pass, which probably looks something like this. Am I supposed to have a setup? That pass doesn't have a setup. The blit pass. So they didn't even do any kind of setup on the pass. So I'm just going to assume that I don't need to do that. And we just want to create an outline render pass. We want something like after rendering opaques. Is this a thing? Yeah, that's what we want. We want an after opaques. What else do you want to know? What are my options here? The profiler tag. I guess that's what that is. Oh no, it seems like we're missing things. It seems like it wants more stuff. What do you want to know? Do I need to know all this stuff? Like profiler tag? I don't know that. Ban buffer pool. Can profiler tag just be whatever I want? What's a profiler tag? It's just a string. It's going to be outline render pass. Opaque is opaque. I guess is true here. The render pass event. We want after rendering opaques. I think there's actually, now that I can do before rendering opaques, that might totally change my strategy for how to do this. Because then we wouldn't need the stencil buffer stuff, possibly. Okay, render queue range. What does that mean? So that's part of some kind of filtering process to filter what you want. But I wonder if there's just a setup one for opaque. Yeah, cool. Layer mask. Can I just say like layer mask dot everything or something? Because that's probably used here. That wants a layer mask. Well, we could just do null for null and -1, right? To start with. We'll start with -1 for now. Stencil state. And stencil reference. Stencil state, huh? Stencil state enabled. Where do I get a stencil reference? What does that even mean? Did I even know about any of that stuff in here? No. How did my filtering work? Render queue range is all I did with filtering. So is this all related to filtering? Render state block. I mean, it's all stencil based though, so I do want that. I just don't know what stencil reference is. Let's put a 0 for now. Let's see if we can make this work. I don't know why it's complaining about that. Okay. Ah, because I have 2 outline render features. Because I am saving to the same place. That would do it. Would do at least part of the problem. Okay, we're doing great here. This looks great. I think I nailed it. I need to call create on the feature. which is here. So what's your problem? Is this asset broken now? Yeah, this guy needs to be this guy. I just delete this. Do another one. I may be making this so much harder on myself, but I don't see. This seems like the way you have to add passes now, right? Like I could be totally wrong about that. Okay, well, everything is an outline, so cool. That's like almost a thing that kind of works, sort of. We still seem to have an error. Still have errors? No. Okay, will this run? Because that'd be cool, because then that would mean we're like almost there and it's just the stencil. There's just stencil problems. So like my outline color. Okay, it doesn't seem like it's working, but it is working. Okay, so I think it has to do with the stencil state. I don't know what that means. We'll have to figure out what that actually means. Pain in the butt. So that is something we had done, like the stencil reference, so that we could have different stencil like orders. Let's just turn this off for a minute. It kind of seems like it works. Be still my beating heart. Okay, let's try to simplify a little bit here. So, we don't want this anymore. Layer mask. I think we kind of want. Is opaque. We're only in opaque land for now. We're not doing any transparent with this. So we can ditch that, I think. We don't need to feed a tag in here. What do I actually care about telling you about? Kind of none of it, because this is all going to be the same. Right? Like the profiler tag. This event is always going to be this. We'll just define it all in here because we don't, I mean, I feel like it's not going to change. That's the render queue range. The layer mask is -1. I don't need any of this stuff. Render pass event must just be a thing I have to set. Did I use the render state block? Yes. I don't know what that means. I should probably learn what that means because maybe it is important to know about the I hate m underscore. We're not doing it. I don't want it. Okay, so to summarize what we've learned here, I think previously the way that you would add passes is on the camera itself, which felt janky. You would have this way to like enqueue a new pass based on a interface that was like, after the opaque pass, do a thing, whatever. So we had that working. It didn't feel great because it felt like it's this thing that was totally separate from the render pipeline world. And I was complaining about that at the time. So seemingly they decided that that was my complaints were valid, I guess. Not that I complained to them, but they shared the criticism, was my assumption. And that the idea would be like, no, you should be able to like integrate things directly into the render pipeline if you want to. And so I believe they have done this. I have to implement that, even though it's empty. Just no op. Okay. Okay. So now it works where you have your renderer, but you have to make a custom render. Let me make sure I get these words right. So we already had this asset, but now we have a custom renderer, which is just a forward renderer that we have added features to, because feature is the way that you add this stuff, and it's a way to add a pass, for example, which is what we're using it for. Then you create the asset, you drop it in, and then whatever you work on here, and the pass is kind of grabbed into it. And I assume you can use features for other things, post-processing maybe, or those maybe counted as passes. So the feature is going to be the thing that says, hey, I want to create a pass and add it to the renderer, which is cool. I like that. And then the pass itself can say, actually, where's that used? Oh, it must be, yeah, you're setting this on the class with the render pass event to use. So it's going to run when, at this time is when it's going to happen. So I think this is working, but it almost seems now like it would be possible to do the thing I wanted to do begin with, which was not have to stencil things out. So basically the way I have to do this is to draw the yellow sun, for example, and then again draw and store its shape in a stencil buffer, and then later draw it again, but make it bigger and make it white, and then cut a hole in it. And that felt silly because it would be nicer to just draw right behind the thing when you want to draw behind the thing. The challenge, I guess, I mean, at that time you could only draw after opaque, so it was the only way to do it. But now seemingly you can draw before opaque if you want. What's weird is I kind of want to draw in between stuff, which is what we've sort of pulled off here with the stencil buffers, where I can like kind of say like, well, I'm drawing this line kind of between the arms and the head. Yeah, I don't know about that one. So I got to think about it. Anyway, that was kind of a pain in the butt, but we more or less have accomplished this thing. I think. Let's see if it actually runs in VR. There's my friend. There's my outline. Okay, well, that's good to know, because I do feel like there's going to be ways I need to do that. What I would like to do, and maybe this is just not going to happen. Maybe it's a bad idea, actually. Because the thing I would kind of like is to say, you know, as you draw one dude, also draw the outline. Like as you draw one element in the scene, also draw the outline that goes behind it. So, but I don't know if that's like a thing that's not a thing to do in the lightweight render pipeline, or if there's a way to do it. It seems like you could. It seems like all the stuff we just deleted actually could potentially be a way to say like, hey, I want to do this at this time for this thing, which could be cool, because then we could have the option to draw stuff at different layers. But now I've kind of gotten to the point where I like the sandwichy thing. So I don't know, man. I do know that I don't like where one of these curvy nodes is, though. Which one is it? Wrong button. This node that makes it go inside the planet. It's not good. A weird looking scene. Why is there we go. Okay, that seems a little better. And now, what IK did I actually use on this thing? The CC, like constrained, whatever it's called. I used fabric. I wonder why I chose to do that. And not the constrained one. Okay, anyway, this thing is now at least functional. Slight pain in the butt, but here we are. We made it. So we probably have a lot of changes here. That's not where to leave that. I'll tidy it up later. Well, that was kind of a hassle. So we have a Unity version bump to 2019.1.1 and reworked what are those things called? Features? Okay. So the last thing we're going to try to do, I'm going to hustle on this, is get room with a view removed from Bitbucket and moved on to GitLab. I don't even know what any of this stuff is. Okay, so how do we want to go about this? Do we do the Unity part first? Yeah, might as well. Oh, the poor Bebby is just... I need to make something where the Bebby, if not fed for a while, like goes and hides in the corner, goes and sleeps in the corner or something, rather than just staying on top of the code at all times. Okay, open. Room with the view. Yeah. And then in GitLab world, okay, we're done with all this stuff. We already made it, so we just will need to update the remote to this. Okay, so that's gonna import for a while, and then we will do that thing. We already made notes for hello. Oops. So much stuff. On Discord. Jump to present. Just beautiful pictures of Life is Yours desktop. Oh, I can see your reflection. I can see you. Are you giving a thumbs up in there? Enhance. What's going on in here, weirdo? I'm glad you have clothes on. But you're not in the nude. Yo, good look. Very nice. Nice room. All these fancy monitors. What's this? Cards Against Humanity? Outrageous. You have holes in your coins. I don't know. Life is Yours. I don't know what to think about any of this. Okay, so we have Strata seems doable. Audio stream seems doable. Hello seems doable in some version. And then again, this one is like basically done. It just, we need to rework the controls. And then I would like to, I want to try to get all these things where they can run on the Quest. And this is what I'm most worried about because it was like, I have some pretty fancy environments. I mean, I just like Unity terrain and speed trees and stuff. And I just don't quite know how they're going to work. So, yet again, bad import. Not cool, Unity. So we probably need to re-import everything and then restart again. Cool, which is weird because we just re-imported. But I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, Unity. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do that stuff. We'll push all this stuff. We'll be living in GitLab land. I hope I don't regret that. I think I like it. I mean, one of the main things I like about it, one, is it doesn't cost any money, which is nice. But the fact that it doesn't cost any money makes me feel a little less secure about it as a service, although there's lots of enterprise companies that give them a lot of money. In fact, I believe Unity internally uses GitLab. That might be a secret. But like, you can have like hierarchical sub-projects, which you can't do on a GitHub. GitHub has various limits that are annoying in terms of collaborators on a free tier, so I'm just gonna do this, and then I'll keep, keep public-facing projects on the other one, you know, GitHub. And then I don't know if I need anything on Bitbucket anymore. I believe I have some kind of educator or student or academic account on Bitbucket that gives me like more storage. I kind of think they took that away from me. I don't know. I'm just waiting for this, by the way. We never finished Double 4 either. We have so many things we never finished. Go back to the graveyard. We even put Double 4 in here? I don't know if we did. Step City, To the Heights, all these things. Never finished anything. I mean, I do finish some things, but only a very small percentage. Okay, room with the view. How you feeling now? Still broken, but now I can at least have this menu and push the button that reverts you to everything. And then I may not even need any extra stuff on this guy. Okay, we're gonna just delete that cache folder. We happy now? Cool. I'm in the back. Go ahead. What if this thing is just gonna work? Oh man. Okay, these errors don't look too horrible. Assets post-processing editor property drawer. Okay, this is the old post-processing stack. So I was using that. So I think I had a bunch of scenes that loaded in other scenes, and was there post-processing? Yeah. Yeah. Well, the problem is I kind of wanted, I kind of want it to still look good, you know? Like, do I have that post-processing asset somewhere? And I can't even look at that. That's kind of a bummer because we'd have to do sort of a new beauty pass on this. I'm sure I didn't do anything crazy. I didn't have any like custom post-processing stuff, but that's a little annoying. So that's a thing that would need like actual work. My whole capture setup is like a whole other problem too. Okay, I don't want Steam VR either. So player camera. Does this work? Does anything work? Translate the camera right now. Oh, is this like fake? My like fake camera input? Do I have some shortcuts to make this thing work? Okay, so I'm definitely tied into some Steam VR stuff. So this is gonna take some. This project was done-ish, but like never really got showed anywhere. I at least documented it. Swap scene space. Yeah, wonder why these aren't working. Oh, did I crash? OpenVR API. Okay, this thing's gonna take some work. We're gonna need to kind of want to strip out VR Panorama because that was really just for capture, and I don't think we're gonna recapture anything from this. If we did, we'd probably want a whole new setup. We don't want Steam VR anymore. It's just gonna break a lot of stuff. I had started another branch of this to add VRTK integration, but I don't we need any of this. It's not a complicated thing. Like, I just want a way that you can pull on a string and raise a window, and maybe you don't even have to pull on it. Maybe you just pull the trigger or push a button or something. So I don't think we need anything complicated. We just need just a camera. And the handle, okay, so this thing knows about like a way to be grabbed, and I just don't think we need any of that stuff. So I'll push this all to a branch to begin with, because we are going to end up definitely breaking some stuff. This one just animated itself, maybe? Oh, because I made a Unity timeline to do it? Ooh, right. That's okay. Let's get rid of... I just think we don't need this anymore. Okay, and then the problem is like VR. Why did I do that? Why did I make the window 0? I guess I didn't. I'm just close to it. So let's be 1.67 meters tall, and let's look forward. And a window shade. Let's back up a little bit. So we can switch the scenes, but I seemingly don't have a way to like... So we will need to do some work here. So the scenes seem like they're working okay. Unless maybe my skyboxes are not okay. Let's turn off this shade for a minute. Like I don't want to like rebuild anything in this project, but the input stuff should not be too bad. So that still looks nice, right? It still looks nice. Mm-hmm. So definitely post-processing, because I have like tons of bloom on this stuff. What I don't think I had different post-processing on different scenes though. I don't think I did that. Now I would kind of also like to switch this all to lightweight render pipeline. Which shouldn't be hard because I don't even think I wrote any custom shaders for this. So I think this will be okay. I think we don't have to rebuild anything. It's going to be some like re-architecting, but that's fine. So let's do this. We want a new branch that's going to be like called rework. And sure we still have a ton of cleanup to do, but do Unity version bump, do 2019.121, strip out Steam VR and VR Panorama. Well, that's what we do. Okay, it's in a pretty broken state at the moment. That's where we're going to push to a branch instead of main. I don't remember if I had actual hand models. I don't think I did. I can't remember. And I kind of would want to remove some of the goofy little details from the ceiling. I don't want to repaint stuff, so we'll probably leave the thing, you know, the lampshade kind of thing where it was, I believe. Wow. Okay. We made some progress here today. And we definitely lost some time on the goofy, you know, thing. Lightweight render pipeline stuff. But aside from that, we got projects mostly in shape. This one is going to take some work, and I don't have time to do it at the moment. Maybe later tonight, maybe not till tomorrow. So I'm trying to think about the idea. The inspiration for this one was my tiny weird apartment where I look at a brick wall, and the idea was that you could pull the window shade and be transported to a different place. And maybe I did set that up with some kind of hand that came with the Vive one. I don't remember, but I also don't care that much. I mean, in terms of like, I don't know that I really feel like you need hands for that experience to do what it's supposed to do. In fact, I don't know that you even need to grab the shade to do what it's supposed to do. Maybe what I will do is just when you hold down like this, it will go up. And when you let go, it will go down. Either that or you will hold the trigger and that will make it go up, and then you can look around and let go and then it will go down. You know, something simple like that. In fact, I feel almost certain that I'll just want to start with that anyway. And yeah, because it already does like animate down, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have deleted that one file, but whatever. It's in Git. We can get it back. So we'll do that. We'll do the cleanup stuff to Strata. Like the thing that is going to be the biggest challenge on all of these is to not overdo it. You know, like to just be like, hey, I'm. The idea on all four of these really is to just get them done. Like the last little bit. To get them ready for the show, and then immediately after that try to document them in some way, and then sure, I could revisit them someday, but they've just been sitting in limbo for months in many cases, or even kind of in years, like Room with a View. I at least did document that. This seems like it's going suspiciously slow. Is this really happening? Wait, what? I did change. I did all the stuff, right? GitLab. Let's not type in my key correctly, something like that. Yes? No? Anybody? Is it just like waiting for me to enter my SSH passphrase? Doesn't feel right. Let's restart this. Maybe I've goofed something up by trying to be anti-putty. Putty, hello? Friend? No? Push, rework. Are we like actually doing something here? Sort of feels like we're not actually doing something here. Okay, we did end up with stuff in all these, right? Like I feel like these are a real deal. Not Room with a View. We should push master up there too, just so we have both on GitLab. I remember to do that. In fact, I should have done both. Okay, well, maybe this is going to take a while. So anyway, I'm going to finish the stream. What's going on? We're almost at 4 hours. We're losing quality. Backblaze, start again. Am I freezing up? Is this me? Why would uploading do this? Why, Backblaze? Why did you decide to back up right now? It hasn't even been 2 hours, has it? Backblaze will be the bane of my streaming existence for the end of time. Are we gonna come back? No? Just gonna end this stream poorly? Is that how it's gonna be? What's that? Is it get? Get, you should be pushing. Oh, yeah, it is. Probably, right? If we are uploading a bunch of stuff to get. Maybe it actually started to work this time. It was also Backblaze. I think it was a combination of all of them. Anyway, I'm ending this stream. It's a disaster. Goodbye. Thank you for joining me. Thanks always, Quads, for the raid. Thanks, Life is Yours, for hanging out. Thanks, everybody else who stopped by. See you later. Bye.